Okay, we're gonna be watching BootyLover69, who is playing Sigma. I think they're gonna swap to Zarya, so mostly a Zarya video. They're gonna play Zarya, Sigma and Zarya on Route 66. This is Diamond 4 on PC. Obviously, not my best game, yada yada yada. That's literally what they said, not me. I peaked Diamond 5 last season, so I don't have much experience in Diamond lobbies. I haven't done too much VOD review of this game on my own yet, likely will after I post this, but in general, I'd like to know what I could do better. I imagine I should have been turning around and peeling more, but I feel like it was a bit hard with their front-loaded pressure, Risa, Hanzo, etc. Thanks. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm excited to be doing a Zarya video. I haven't really done a Zarya. I would say done very few. I think this is probably the highest ranked Zarya video I've done. I personally really enjoy Zarya. In Overwatch 1, one of the seasons I got to the GM, I pretty much one-tricked Zarya for most of the season, so big Zarya fan. But you're gonna start at Sigma, which is sad. You know, Sigma's fine here, it's not a problem, but I was just excited to see Zarya. The shield's not really doing very much. Like, I don't even think you put up the shield, honestly, because it just prevents your supports from being able to heal you, and it means that you don't have the shield available. I think you just kind of take damage. There's no reason to be playing here, for the record. Like, this allows their whole team, like, they could have 5 people here, right? All 5 of them would be shooting at you, and you'd be one person shooting back, and your shots don't even reach them. There's no reason to be doing this. Like, don't stand out here and just burn resources for nothing. Stuff like this, if you want to keep climbing in Diamond, like, you have to really clean up your play, and not have inefficiencies like this. Okay, Reaper's in. So I think right call, drop, right, play the Reaper. Again, these shields feel kind of random. Like, who is this shield for, and what is it supposed to be doing? You know, and it's not doing anything. It's not helping anybody. Don't do that. It's the rock. A lot of jumping. You're gonna need to stop doing that too with Diamond. Jumping is a very bad habit. Makes you easy to predict. There's only a few random case scenarios where jumping is actually a good strategy. Yeah, keep attacking. Great. Your Reaper's just carrying you right now. I don't know about this drop. I think that if you look at this, just kind of let the Reaper do its thing, right? The Reaper's like totally fine. He still has Ray form. Your team is here. I think you could have stayed high ground, because again, if they go high ground right now, it'll immediately force you back. But it's not the worst decision. I just personally probably would have just been like, you know, it's fine. At this point, yep, you see the Widow's low. You see the Widow high ground. It's fine. Don't grasp here. No need to grasp. I guess you kind of maybe grasp the orb, but the orb is already basically gone by the time you do this. I don't think this is a good grasp. You don't need it. You're full health. You have cover nearby. You should not use grasp there. These shots are way too short for the Mercy. Maybe not way too short, but I can tell like it's too short. From as somebody who plays Sigma a lot, I already knew that this is not going to reach the Mercy. So you just gotta get used to the range. Well, Reaper right in, that's really problematic. When I see this, your Reaper is committed. Like, this is a mistake. He should really wraith backwards. But since he did this, like, you have to commit too. Because again, if the Reaper dies, you're gonna probably lose here anyway. I think you step forward right now and commit. So seeing this, you'd be like, oh, I guess we're in for it. Step in right now and try to kill the Moira. And then either die with your Reaper or save your Reaper. Reaper gets the kill, trades for it, which is bad. Right, now you're back up. Again, like, it's not a good time to use Grasp. You're at 330 health, but you have 2 supports with you. And you're still in heal station. There's no reason to expect you're gonna die here. Like, you're gonna pop Grasp, and nobody shoots at you, right? You got how much overhealing? Like 10 health? This is a huge waste. And now you're not gonna have Grasp when you need it. Don't throw Rock, which she has Fortify. This is like pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, I don't know how strong your overall stable of heroes is. Like, I don't know how good you are at Sigma. I mean, you feel strong Sigma, but this doesn't feel like great Sigma play. So, quick tip right here. So you're definitely having trouble hitting targets. What I would do right here is I would shoot it into this door frame, and either you're gonna get the directs on the Moira, or it's gonna bounce in and splash both of them. Right? That was a huge opportunity that you could have done like 160 damage to two heroes. But like little things like that, like a Sigma, like every attack you make is very impactful because you attack so slowly, but they do high damage. I would try to rock right away. As soon as I saw him dash, okay, you go forwards. As soon as I saw him dash, I do rock. Because how is he gonna stop it now? Right? There's nothing he can do to stop Rock once he uses dash, because deflect doesn't stop Rock. So you start Rock, right? You aim, you kill him, you hit him into the wall, right? And then he's discorded, he would die. He dies anyway, but you should not rely on that. They have the Widow again. Kills 2, unfortunate. Not a ton you could have done about that. I think that's mostly just your team greeting. Yeah, Zen's over there being pretty silly. I don't even know where the soldier was. Oh, so soldier's at this rock. Yeah, this is just overconfidence here, I think. People pushing too far, staying away from cover, right? Trying to challenge the Widow, dies. You could have saved the soldier here if you recognize what's going on. Again, I think you used grasp when you didn't need to. You could have shielded off the soldier, is what you really should have done. And you could have done that. So I would say that that's savable. This Zen peak is not on you. Nothing you can do about that. So you're down 2. Again, your grass usage is really bad. Right? She's clearly like just gonna not attack you right now with grass. Just put the shield up and keep fighting. You have your Kiriko with you. There's no reason to not be fighting here. Right, I try to force a support defense move right now so you can pop ulti. Just Genji in your face. Rock, you miss. Unfortunate. I think the dominant problem here is that you're just not doing very much damage. Right? So starting from here. Right, you put the shield up. Right, you're hitting Zarya. Fine. Right, you use grass, but not at the right time, honestly. And then now you miss. You miss. Miss again. Just half hit. Miss the rock. Miss. You know, you're not really doing anything. You should have stayed on the Orisa after she finished fortified, and that would have been your opportunity to kill her. You're going for backline right now. And because you're kind of messing around over here, you don't take any space. So if you look at the way the point is flowing, they've clearly decided to stop attacking you and decided to go to the right towards your backline, which is smart because you have a Zen as well, who's very, very vulnerable. You decide to sit over here on points, just spamming, doing nothing. What you really should have done is recognize, oh shoot, they're rotating, and immediately rotated to the left. Like, you should be here right now, and then you can shield off, and then fight here with your Zen. But you're too late on rotation. You run out of ulti, not a ton you can do here. And then you die. So they cap. Don't just stand in the middle of the lane. Go high ground. Widow picks up Widow. Nothing you can do about that. I think yeah, you definitely just want to play time here. I probably would wait a little longer for grasp. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Don't walk. Oh, you're walking forwards here. I mean, I guess your team did drop with you, so I guess you're actually okay. So Moira Fate got forced, so you should be looking for where the Moira pops out and immediately ulti her, right? So right here, for example, you could have ultied, you could have stayed in after Fate gets forced. Right now, I would start walking forwards. I'd throw a shield and walk forwards, and then look to see where she came out. And when I saw she came out behind the cart, I'd fire 2 shots, then immediately flux and lift both of the supports. And then I'm gonna kill one of them, if not both of them, in that situation. Orisa walks in, see pop, but the Moira's gonna have fade. Right, so she fades out of it, and then you get absolutely 0 value. I suspect you did not get to diamond on Sigma. So the gold standard for tank ultis is that every tank ulti should either result in the 1 fight or force a defense support ult. Getting no kills, dealing no damage, and not forcing any ultimates out is very bad. as Sigma. You would have actually been better off not ulting at all and just getting more damage in. All right, so here comes Zarya finally. Good. Happy to see Zarya. I think Zarya's good against Orisa. I wouldn't say that she's like super favorite or anything, but I think she's good against Orisa. I'm perfectly happy to do that. I'm also happy to take this Zarya. Alright, so you pop a bubble initially. I don't know that you needed it, but you'll take it. Alright, jump up, great. So right here, I would just left click, right? Just beam here instead of right clicking. I don't know why you right click unless you feel like you're in a ton of danger. You're at 475, you have 1.5 bubbles, 1 3/4 bubbles, just beamer here. right? You right click because you get like so scared. No need for that. So you pop bubble here, and it's entirely unnecessary, right? Right here, it's just the Genji in your face. The Widow's not looking at you. Don't pop bubble here, because Genji's going to throw at most one set of projectiles, which do, what, 24 each? That's 72 damage, right? That's about a third of a bubble, and then he's going to not attack you anymore, and you're going to waste it. Right, you pop bubble. Again, nobody really attacks you, and now you're left with, instead of, you should be at 64 energy, instead you're at 38 energy, and that's the problem. Right? When this Genji came up, it's okay, just dodge. Just dodge right now. First of all, I don't think you should reload, because you're at 46 ammo. Right? You can just zap this Genji, A. B is just dodge a little bit, and then just zap the Genji down. Alright, Zarya tries to push it to you, that's fine. I can right call back up here. Play corners. You should be playing like this corner, for example, or this corner. This corner is probably stronger. I think you bubble your Kiriko here, which I sort of understand, but she has like a lot of options here to not die. But you get enough energy out of it, it's okay. Again. You waste a ton of this beam doing absolutely nothing. Right? So you reload. So that's the first right click, which is a miss. Right? You zap the Reese a little bit, then you zap over here, zap over there. Right? Then you start zapping again, and then you right click. Again, if you just zapped the Arisa for a tiny amount of time, she has right now like 55 health, she would be dead right now. Instead, you try to projectile, she needs a spin. Finishing Genji, which is a good call. Right? Genji's gone. Again, you should, generally speaking, when you're playing with Zen, attack the discorded target. Usually you don't attack tanks, but if it's discorded, attack the tank. Like, you can melt this tank, this Arisa so fast. Don't right-click the ground here, right? Highest DPS against single targets is Beam. Beam always does at least twice as much damage per second than right-click does. Unless you're using it to burst kill somebody, right? Who's gonna die in one hit. You should just be beaming the Zarya right now. There's no reason to be right-clicking. Right, you could have killed that Zarya like a second plus sooner if you didn't right-click there. Reload's fine, right? It's fine to open with the right-click, that's okay. Okay, you need to level, you need to get cover. I would have gone this way into the room to get mini. You do not want to stand in the open, because the open allows everybody to shoot you, like the Widow, the Genji, right? So you path this way. You really should be dead right now. Very lucky that you aren't. Very important to stay alive right now because you have high energy. Great, traded, go forward. Right? If nobody else is available, just push back the Arisa. That's okay. Like, you do this thing where you hold down left click and then you look somewhere else while you still have left click down. Just keep beaming. Right? This is good. Yep. Nope. Don't grab here. I don't feel like this is the right time to grab. So has the Moira used Fade? I haven't seen her use Fade, so I assume she has Fade. So she has Fade here. So you're gonna grab her in. She's being healed by the Mercy. There's nobody else here. She fades, and then you get no value out of it. So that's a second wasted tank ultimate that you've got. Go for the Moira, that's right call. She's gonna fade. Good. Reload. Zap. Again, just with the reset, you have to track her spins. She's gonna have it every 6 seconds, and you have to stop trying to right click to finish her when the left click would work. Right, I would bubble here as soon as possible. You can't. That's fine. Nothing you can do about that. Don't walk it back there. It's in a straight line. Alright, we're resetting. Okay, we're Matra now. Bubble, good call, right? Get back. Okay. They do a good job staying alive. See the traces in, you bubble. Probably a good bubble. Hard to tell unless we look from the perspective. So for Ramattra Shield has 1,000 health. So it's almost never worth trying to break it, and it doesn't last that long. I would honestly just go to the right of the cart and just zap the Mercy here. I think this is a waste of time to shoot the Ramattra Shield. Like, it's only going to die like a second. I don't even think you broke it. I think it just faded, actually. So all that time you were shooting at it was a waste. You should have just gone to the right and zap like the Mercy. Soldier dies. Again, like, this is what happens with Widow. Like, eventually she's going to get picks. Like, it's kind of inevitable. I think you just need to be cranking out more damage, right? You just find more opportunities to get... Like, if they're not fighting you, just go wide when you have a bubble charge and just zap people down. Like, right now, don't pop bubble, you know? Like, just use that, go to the right side of the cart, and just beam down the Ramattra, because you'll kill him so fast. You know, you're at 80... Well, you're 60 energy before. 60 energy is going to do roughly like 150 damage per second plus Discord. That's an extra 30%. So you're talking like somewhere in the order of like 180, 100, 185, 190 damage per second, something crazy. Like the Ramattra will die very fast in mage lane. All right, so he's popped Omnic form, really unfortunate. All right, go for the back line. It's good. No, stay on. So I would also look for the opportunity right there. Once the Ramattra passes me, and 1 second, right now I turn and look for a bubble. Because I know he's been behind me the whole time, so I know he's attacking somebody. So right here, you could have saved her with a bubble. And they just get burnt down. Again, like you just gotta be faster at farming ultimate. Like you had high energy for a while and a fairly favorable position, and you're still 18% the ultimate. And also your previous grab did nothing. Just let's actually go back and talk about that grab a little bit. So for grab, you want it to either be in a position where your team can kill them, or you know you can kill them yourself, and then in which case you can grab anywhere. And that typically requires full ammo. So you have full ammo here, but the problem is you haven't forced up defensive ultis, so there's no way to guarantee that you're going to be able to kill them more, right? You can zap her a little bit, then she fades, and then she comes back, and then you run into this problem. I would have held on to the grab a little longer and looked for a better opportunity. Right? In particular, I really would want to get the Mercy. Because the Mercy's been bouncing around a lot, so there have been situations where you could use that. You can also use grab to counter Blade, by the way. It's a really good Blade counter. Put it right here. So let's imagine that you didn't grab. When's the good opportunity for grab? So something like that again, not good grab, etc., etc. Right after she fades, you could have just zapped her to force fade and then grabbed her. That's probably what you should have done. After that, it's not really. I mean, your team wins this with off of Soldier ulti. Not really any other opportunities. All right, so they cap. You're on offense. Oh, you play Diva. I feel very misled. This is a Zarya review. So, okay, it seems like you don't want to play Diva into this, which is interesting. Is it because they're not running Widow anymore? Like I don't think the Widow was really that big of a problem. Like she was getting picks, but she wasn't dominating the matchup or anything. I think that you just couldn't speed up the fights enough. So the fights just lasted so long that the Widow continually was able to get shots, and eventually she's gonna get something. So you walk forward right now. Again, this is like a bad belt. This is like what low rank Zaryas do, right? You walk up here and you're like, oh, I'm so close. Somebody's got to be shooting at me. You don't even confirm that anyone is shooting at you. You know, like no one is actually trying to attack you right now. The Ramattra's like, okay, like you have 0 energy, so I'm gonna ignore you. The Mercy's obviously not gonna shoot you, and the Moira's not looking at you, right? And the Hanzo's on high ground, and then you're like, oh, I pop bubble. Oh, nobody shot me. So that's no good, right? You don't get any energy out of that. Do you know what you should do instead? Walk up, be like, oh, you were gonna ignore me? Great. Just walk over here and start zapping the Mercy. Stand still if you have to. Right? Somebody will, I guarantee you, somebody will attack you sooner or later. Don't bubble at full health just because you walked into their face. That is not constructive. Wasting this bubble is going to be hugely important. Right. You overextend a little bit. Ramattra thinks about punishing. You come back out, which is okay. I think going to Mega also would have been fine. Again, you see right here, the Ramattra is like half health, but the Moira only has 60 health. You can kill her in a third of a second. We just walk forward right now, right? Now's the time to walk forwards. You have full health. Okay, the tank is dead. I think that you can get a little more aggressive here. And zap, 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 zap. You don't have bubble, so in that sense. But until they land a shot, I'm not so worried about going backwards. And their aim is not very good. Like, they're missing a lot of shots here. All right, now you should be careful. Now you be super careful, right? Once you drop to half, like, you for sure should not be doing this. Your team is not ready. Yeah, you made a mistake. Kiriko has to come to you. Advance, take space. So they swap Winston, which is going to be a problem for you, especially since you have trouble farming energy as it is. Yeah, just zap him. You know, it is what it is. I would not bubble. Yeah, good call not to bubble here. And recognizing that you're not going to get any energy from this anyway. Right. I think you reload often when you don't necessarily need to. Okay, so right here, you still have 64 energy, and this Genji is beamable. But you decide to reload here instead of shooting him. Right. Also, you could have gone for the Mercy. So you bubble. Trying to save teammates. Again, like you see the Genji go, and he's out of range right now, so just bubble your Ashe and kill the Mercy. Right? The Mercy's been available the whole time. You saw the Mercy the entire time. You should have been killing the Mercy. Her tracking is also just not that good. You decide the fight's over, which is probably true. Regrouping. Don't lose energy for sure right now. Oh, you have to cross the dragon. This is kind of crazy to do right now when the team's not ready, but you force fade. Oh! Force fade, but also look at the Mercy right there. At 75 health, you could right click her. If you land a direct, she dies here. So why not try, you know? Just beam the Risa. Yep. Let's go back to your team. Like, all you do is walk backwards. Like, force health. You see the Moira's super low. Even with regen, she's super low right now. You can definitely kill her. You should have killed the Moira. Alright, beam the Risa. That's fine. You know they don't have Fortify, right? So now is a good time for grab. Again, you could grab right here, so she's not looking at you, so don't worry about deflect. So grab right there, you get 3. Nope, decide not to grab. Bubble. Yeah, this is not going well. No! So you hold grab for so long. Genji baits it. Devastating for morale. You still have a minute, like plenty of time to do this. Yeah, right to the ground. No. Yeah, take your time, right? So you should be bubbling the Kiriko here, right? She's the lowest of everybody, but you just pop it too early, right? Wait a quarter second longer, and you could have done it to the Kiriko. You had time. She was not going to instantly die there. Alright, now you only more for healing. Again, like you want to get full value from this 100 ammo, right? Try to use your whole 100 ammo to get ult charge. Like I don't know why you're not peeking right now. You're being pocketed by the Moira. Step up. You know, right now you could just go up and just beam the heck out of the Orisa. You're not bullying the Orisa nearly enough, and instead you're letting yourself get bullied a lot. Right? Like the Orisa pushes into you, she uses spin, she uses fortify, she uses javelin, and you go back and back and back. And then when she doesn't have cooldowns, she backs away, but you don't pressure her back. And as a result, you're just constantly giving up space to her. So you pop bubble here. Again, do you really need bubble? Right? You're at 463. Like why are you popping bubble? Nobody's shooting at you. You're very predictable, Zarya. Okay, again, like this opportunity.
Gathering energy.
Did it get deflected? Is that what happened? Did Genji deflect this? Oh yeah, he deflected it, right? Yeah, he deflected it. Unfortunate. So again, right now I would really be shooting like the Genji probably, but that's, yeah, definitely right there. As soon as you saw the Genji pass to your right, that's the opportunity to go for the Genji. Right here, right? Shoot the Genji. Dragon, get through it. It's okay. Save the Genji, good. Pretty good tracking. Unfortunate. You have to grab, but you have no ammo. So you grab. Yeah. You have to reload there and then grab. And you see how after you grab, you just walk backwards into the wall, which makes you easy to kill. Okay, so watch from above. So you're over here. You grab, and you see you just walk into the wall, and then everyone just kills you because you're basically standing still. Okay. So, what could you do better? In short, it doesn't feel like you seem very comfortable on any of the heroes that you were playing. We'll ignore D.Va for a moment. We'll ignore D.Va because that was like super fast. But on Sigma, you're just not aggressive enough as a tank. I think that's probably the overall theme. You're not aggressive enough on a tank. You don't understand your timing windows for when you are strong. And thus, when the enemy team is strong and they push you back, you're like, oh god, they're really strong, I have to not fight this. And then when they get weak, when their their power potential drops low, you don't push back. Same thing for you, right? When you're Zarya, you play the same whether or not you have 100 energy or whether or not you have 0 energy. Like when you have 100 energy, that is your time to walk over the opposing team, but that never happens, right? That never, ever, ever happens. And I think partially it's mechanics and partially it's game sense. So I want to find like an opportunity where you're like super high energy. Like even 60 plus is already pretty good. Okay, so like right here. So you're high energy, but she's fortified. That's fine. Just chill, right? The load, right? You have the opportunity to kill the Mora right now. Right? Or fine, you want to keep beaming the reset, keep beaming her, right? Again, you have an opportunity for grab right here. You set out the grab, okay, that's fine. Okay, you're at 80 energy still. You don't need to right click, just left click. Alright, you heal. That's fine. She doesn't have fortify. Like, you're gonna kill her. You're 100% gonna kill this Orisa. I don't think you realize how much damage you do. Like, you absolutely melt this Orisa. And your traffic isn't even perfect. Right? Again, fortify's forced out. I think you need to back a little bit right now. And then you get the grab eat. But even then, like, in the next fight, similar things can happen. Okay, you have energy, okay? So this is a great moment where you have energy right now. Reload and walk forwards. This is your time to kill everybody. Like, you can't be playing passive right now. You have your whole team like ready to go, except for one, but she can like swift step here in a second. You need to be pushing the advantage right now. You need to force it. Like, you want to be coming up here, forcing the Orisa to make a mistake and fortify, then reload, wait for fortify to end, and then kill her. That's what you got to be doing right now. Again, like, you see how you're just not being aggressive, right? So you walk forwards. Wait, which is all bad. This is all bad right now. Okay. Then you walk forwards. You zap a little bit. Then you do a right click. And then you reload and wait. But why? Just keep pushing. Don't right click. Don't look to the left. Just keep pushing forward. Just holding down left click at her and just beam her down. Again, don't right click. Just beam her down. Just keep beaming, keep beaming, keep beaming, keep beaming until you're out of ammo. Okay, yeah, good. You right click the end of the mag, reload, just keep beaming. Stop. Like, now you're going for the Mora. Okay, but then you, like, for some reason try to continue walking forwards into the Mei ulti, which maybe you thought it was your team's Mei ulti, which I understand, but also, like, why do you need to walk forwards at all? Just stay here. Like, just keep beaming. Just keep beaming. Like, the longer this fight goes on, the better it goes for you. You'll just continually build more. Like, Orisa isn't getting stronger as the fight goes on. Right? She's strong when she has all the cooldowns, and then that's it. And then after that, she's gonna have to keep like rotating cooldowns to stay alive. You're so strong at like 60 to 80 to 100 energy. Like, you are so strong. Arguably the strongest hero in the game, right? If you have 80 energy plus and 2 bubbles, you are the strongest hero in the game. I don't think any hero could possibly beat you in that situation. So, like, this is the moment for you to get aggressive. Okay, so the Orisa got rezzed here, I think, which is really unfortunate. That's actually what I did. So Orisa dies, right? You dodge the bubble, but then Mercy goes for it. I think now you're like, okay, I kind of need to turn back and just regroup with my team. Again, if you just play with your team, get healed, like the Mora heals you. If you just peel the Orisa off your Mora, you're good. I think you just didn't recognize the res was coming, which is fair. I mean, Dragon was going on. But, yeah. So I would say, number one, overarching, you're just not aggressive enough as a tank. You don't know when you can be aggressive. That's a really common theme that we see across the entire game on all the heroes that you play. Number two, in terms of the actual mechanics and execution, which partially is aim and partially just general like ability usage, like understanding when you can get kills and when you can't. I think your general mechanics are just not that good. Like, it feels very much that you are like at your local peak, and you're not really going to get much better until you can figure out how to get more value out of your abilities. And like, the times, like, I call out so many times where it's like, okay, you can beat this person down, you can right click and kill them, and like, you just don't see it. Like, it's very clear that you don't see those opportunities just from, I don't know, not having enough experience or not understanding like the damage breakpoints, like what can get you a kill, who you should target, things like that. Third, like, basically every single ultimate you had was bad. On all the tanks, every single ultimate was bad. So I think you need to go back to the drawing board and really rethink, what is my decision-making process that causes me to use my ultimate now, and why didn't it work out, and what do I need to change to have a better ultimate. And I think I did cover it in this video, but you know, it is challenging for sure, but I think that's definitely going to hold you back. Again, gold standard should be every tank ulti either results in a team fight win, or it forces a defensive cooldown, or defensive ultimate. Sorry. What else is there? Like, we could talk about target pressure a little bit, but honestly, that's like not as big a deal as simply just not being aggressive. Like, look here. So you're at 100 energy right now. You could roast anybody. It doesn't matter. You can kill. You can reset with Fortify. You can still roast her through this. So you go right here. Okay, you reload at compulsive reloading. I would say that you're at 74 ammo when you reload. Okay, so you reload right here. Then you grab. Okay, then you do this. There, you haven't hit anybody. You haven't hit anybody. You're still haven't hit anybody. You're still hitting. Okay, now you start zapping a little bit, and now you start going for the kill. You know, this is what you should have been doing the whole time. At full energy, you do 170 damage per second. Okay, and I can't remember how many seconds you can do your beam for, but let's ballpark and say 4 seconds. Okay, so you should be doing something on the order of 650-ish damage per clip. So you had the opportunity to basically fire 2 full clips here for 1,300 damage. Instead, you probably ended up doing 150 because you're just not aggressive enough. Right? You're not aggressive enough. You're not looking for targets. Like, beam, when you're 100 charge, beam anybody you want. Anybody you want. Anybody will die. Nothing in the game can keep up with 170 damage per second unmitigated. You know what I mean? Like, that's almost like Bastion levels of damage, except for the fact that nobody can deflect it. You will roast anything at high charge, and you don't do it enough. Oh yeah, that's a good example of like mechanic, right? I'm constantly trying to right-click kill the Orisa, and she keeps spinning over and over and over again. Right? There's all these like little details that you really need to improve on. Okay, I'm gonna pause there. Hopefully this is helpful.